Welcome to Getting Real with Real Estate with Danielle Kempf and Jim Kempf, St. Louis's favorite father-daughter real estate team. Your source of real estate information in the greater St. Louis area.
So I have the question of the day.
You do?
I do.
What's that?
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
What do a house and a car have in common?
What do a house and a car have in common? Well, I would say you don't know how dirty yours is until you get inside someone else's.
Okay, that's actually a pretty good answer.
I thought so, yeah.
Not the answer I was thinking of, but it's a pretty good answer.
What's the answer you were thinking of?
You can live in your car, but you can't race a house. That's my horrible joke for the day. But what does that have to do with today's topic? What do cars have to do with houses?
Well, that's me, I guess.
That's your answer.
Because I was in the car business a
You
long
are in the
time
car.
ago.
Yeah.
Well, so, yeah, and I think probably most of the folks listening can relate to this. When you get ready to trade in your car or sell your car, what's the first thing you do to it, right? You get out the wash bucket, you clean it up good, you detail it, get the armor all out, make the tires all shiny.
Vacuum the inside, clean the inside windows, yeah.
A little degreaser.
Detail it.
Detail your car. You make it look nice. Then you take it to the dealer and, right, you get more money for it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Makes sense.
I think everybody understands that one.
Mm-hmm.
So that rule applies to your house too, right?
Exactly.
100%.
So today's topic, we're going to talk about how to get your house ready to sell. And just like for the car analogy, you put a little bit of investment, you put a little bit of time, sweat equity into getting your house ready to sell, and you hope for that top dollar once you do, instead of just, anyone can take a picture day of and just bed unmade, dishes out, half-cooked food on the stove. Anyone can take those pictures and put them on the MLS and try and sell a house. It is kind of gross, but I mean, we see them.
Yeah,
we see those photos that people haven't they weren't ready for photos.
Right.
So to get ready for your house on the market, you kind of got sellers, you got to put your buyer's hat on for a minute, and you got to look at your house from a third-party perspective and look at it just really objectively. And I know you love your house, and
it's probably perfect, but
but to someone who's never seen it before, maybe there's a few things.
Well, and I think folks got to realize too that when someone's looking to buy your house, they're looking for reasons not to buy your house when they come in your house. So what we'd like to try to do is get you ready to avoid that, right? And don't give them those reasons.
No.
So what would the first thing you would do is maybe start from the outside.
The first thing you ever do outside, curb appeal. Number one thing, it's the first house on the multiple listing service. First thing when people pull up into the street or the driveway, it's that curb appeal.
Mm-hmm. So get out there and cut your grass. Maybe put a little fertilizer down to green it up. I know you don't like fertilizer.
I don't like fertilizer.
But, I mean, hey, nice green, plush grass, looks good.
Trim the bushes, maybe plant some flowers for a pop of color. If it's spring and summer, you can do that. Winter, you can't really do that.
Do some power washing. Maybe you power wash your porch and your sidewalks, maybe even your driveway. A lot of houses, if you got your siding on the north face of your house, a lot of times you get some mold and stuff and algae that grows on there. So,
which is just really common, but
it happens everywhere. Everywhere. It's not
not you or anything.
But just clean it
to
off.
Get your house ready. Yeah.
Power wash that stuff off. Get it clean. Make it looking good.
Front door, maybe paint your front door if it looks a little rough. Got some scuff marks from getting slammed open and closed and hit against.
The dog scratching at the door and all that stuff.
Clean that front door. Maybe get a new front door if you just have one of the older wood doors. Maybe a new front door would just liven up the front of the house a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all good. That's all good stuff.
New, really easy one, just a new welcome mat.
Right.
That's the easiest thing you can do, and that just looks really nice, too.
Yeah, that would look nice. Absolutely.
So, you go into the house, and then typically living room's the first room you get into.
Yep.
So if you have just, big, bulky furniture or just a lot of furniture, maybe rearrange those a little bit.
Yep.
The way you live in your home is not the way you list in your home. So it's not going to be super comfortable, isn't it? I think Dazzle said that one. It's not going to be super comfortable, and it's going to look kind of awkward to you, maybe. But like I said, the way you live in it and the way you list it, you're listing it for those buyers. You're depersonalizing your home,
Right.
cleaning it up. And like Jim said, they're looking for reasons not to buy your home. So
Yeah.
if you make it as warm, inviting,
Yeah.
neutral as possible,
Right,
they can
right.
envision themselves there.
Yeah, take the family photos down.
Yeah.
Clean your windows real good.
Oh, yes.
Inside
Windows
and
inside
out.
out. Yeah.
Yep, make them nice and clean.
Make all the lighting the same, so don't have warm and cool lightings in different rooms. Make sure that all the bulbs are the same wattage.
Bright.
Yes, you want them very bright. When you live in them, you might want a warm color, but for listing and photos of your home, you want the nice, bright
Absolutely.
lighting in it.
Yeah. Okay.
Bookcases, one more thing.
Bookcases, yeah,
You wanna
reduce.
when we say, like, reduce them by 50%, like, what are you taking off? Jim said just take those photos off. You're going to be moving anyway, so pre-pack some of those books that you have, any family trinkets that you don't want shown
All those
on the
dust collectors.
website. Yeah, all the dust collectors. Or if you do have them out, give them a good dusting so they're not dusty.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So then we're walking into the dining room, right?
Yeah.
So, again, kind of we've seen some houses where the dining room table is like huge.
It takes up the
right?
entire room.
Takes up
Like,
the
how can
whole
you get to
room.
the other side of the room,
Right.
like the chairs?
Right. So maybe if you got a couple leaves in yours or something and you can make it smaller,
Mm-hmm.
make it smaller. Take a couple of the chairs, the extra ones, maybe put them in the garage for now or put them
basement too.
downstairs in a
Mhm.
storage room or something like that. Make that room look as big as you can. Just the giant furniture that it might be great for turkey dinner, right, or
Yeah.
whatever, but when the whole family's there, but you don't need that when you're looking to sell your house. So try to, again, like Danielle was saying, get the big furniture as much as you can out of there, small it down a little bit, if you will.
Make
and,
it open, make it feel bigger in the
open space.
rooms.
Yep, absolutely. And then from dining room, right, we're going to go into kitchen.
Yep.
Kitchen, that's one of the big deal.
Yeah, everyone spends a lot of time in the kitchen. Kitchen is a big selling point for most homes, I feel.
100%, yep.
So you're just going to clear off your counter space. I'm personal. I need my pot of coffee in the morning, and so maybe the toaster's out too, but put away the coffee pot, put away the toaster.
Put everything away. Clear off your counter.
Clear
there
off
shouldn't
your
be anything on them.
countertops. Yes.
There really shouldn't be nothing except for a bowl of lemons. Or a bowl of green apples, right?
Yeah,
Or
one of the
whatever.
two, yeah.
Something, a little splash of color is always good. Mm-hmm. But just everything else should be off. Make sure they're clean.
Dishes, put the dishes away. Even if you just put it all in the dishwasher and it's all dirty in there, you can run it later. Just get it hidden.
Yeah, just stuff
For
them in the
photos,
dishwasher.
especially, just get it hidden.
Yeah. And any showings, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. And then moving
Bathrooms,
around.
maybe?
Bathrooms. Yeah,
Bathrooms, yeah, clean the mirror.
Clean.
Yeah.
That's what I would just, my suggestion. I should take that suggestion, my own advice every now and again. But
Don't we all? But I think they always recommend the white towels in there. I don't know why white towel.
white, I don't know.
But I think they always recommend white towels. It just makes it look new. It feels like a hotel, I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah, that could be. I
I
get
mean,
you.
I feel that because when you go to a hotel, it's always the white towels. You feel luxurious and
Yeah.
type thing. So I
Yeah.
guess that's why they recommend the white towels.
All right, I'll go
New
with
shower curtain,
Oh,
new bath
God,
mat.
for
If
God's
those are
sakes.
old
Yeah.
and soiled or just wet or whatever, I don't know. So
They get nasty
they
after
do
a
get
while.
nasty. So get
I'm
a
not
fresh
judging.
one.
I'm not judging, but
no,
I'm just
I mean-
saying.
Yeah.
And then your medicine cabinet.
Oh yeah.
When it comes time to getting ready to get on the market, make sure any medication that you guys have around, take that stuff and secure it somewhere. It doesn't happen often, but I have personally had experience where a seller had medication stolen out of their medicine cabinet at an open house. So be very careful with that stuff.
Yeah, especially open houses. We try and keep an eye on who's coming in and out, but we
It's
don't
just
follow them
hard.
around.
Yeah,
and
you
so
can't.
you kind of got to take some responsibility there. And anything you find valuable to you, whether it's actually valuable or just sentimental valuable, go ahead and pre-pack it.
Yep, 100%.
I mean, medication you can't pre-pack, but just hide
No,
it away.
but get
hide
rid
it
of
away
for-
in the sock
yeah.
drawer or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, jewelry. We'll move into the bedroom, I guess. Next, jewelry.
yeah.
Secure all your jewelry, especially for the showings.
Yep.
Valuables.
Make your bed.
Yeah, absolutely. Please clear off the top of your dressers.
Your mother used to tell you to do that. So make your bed. Dressers. Yeah, clear
off the top off it.
and then to
Dust
closets.
it.
Closets are huge too, right? You always want to try to reduce what's in your closet. Whatever you got in there, just think take half of it out.
Yeah.
Right.
If it's getting into spring, put away the winter clothes. If it's in the winter, put away your summer clothes. Pre-pack it.
Pack that stuff up. Yep. Get some boxes. You can even get those hanger boxes, right? You
Yeah.
can put some of that stuff in there and
And
store
then
all.
just throw
Put
them
all
in the
that
basement or the garage.
downstairs or the basement.
And
the
then
garage.
for either of those rooms, basement or garage, just any boxes you have, just make sure they're organized in some sort of way, and that they're not just all thrown together, mix and match. Make sure there's kind of a
Yeah, when people come
style
to
to
look
it.
at your house, they realize you're getting ready to move, right?
Yeah.
So if you have boxes packed up neatly and stacked in the garage or stacked in the basement, people get that, right?
Yeah.
They know. But, you don't want that stuff spread all over the house.
Yeah.
So,
and then
basement.
oh, go ahead.
Basement? Well, no, go to the basement.
I was gonna go over the basement. Dust off the equipment. It's not something you do often, but dust off your equipment just so it looks newer, especially once they get to inspections. Just dust it off. They're like, oh, look at that, it's nice and clean.
Yeah.
Because how often do you?
When
was the last time you cleaned your water heater, Jim?
I actually, I believe it. Well, I don't touch my water heater because it's so old. If I touch it, I'm afraid it might. It runs, works, but it's so
Okay,
old.
your
I'm
heater,
afraid
then.
if I
How
touch
often
it.
do you touch your
I actually
heater?
did that last year.
Did you?
I
Okay,
went
that's
downstairs
good.
and I completely cleaned it up. And it does. It's a great idea, and people would never, I don't think, ever think about that.
But no,
go down there, get a rag.
When I show and I see a clean one, I was like, wow, that's nice and clean.
Absolutely, yeah, because people never think about that.
No.
But that's a really fantastic idea.
Yeah.
Keep that stuff clean. That's your furnace, your air conditioner, your water heater. Just
And I mean, you should
wipe
do that
stuff
anyway.
down.
Just maintenance on it. Just
if you
clean
got
it
a
up.
little, sometimes you get cobwebs in between floor joists. Sometimes in your basement, in those storage rooms, things like that. You can always just get your shop vac out and suck them things off, clean it up a little bit. It really goes a long way because again, people are looking for reasons not to buy your house. So try not to give them one for something so simple. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
And people always ask us. We can coach you through a lot of this stuff. About how to get your home ready.
We've seen plenty of houses.
We have, but we can even take it a step farther if you feel the need, because we do have some partners that we work with, Andrea and her team over at Design to Sell. They can come into your house too and go
for lived-in homes. So if you're living in your home, they come in and they pretty much do exactly what we just talked about. They're going to go in and start you outside the home and go inside and give you a real detailed list of rearrange furniture here, take down this, put up this, just to get your home photo ready.
Yeah, and I mean they're professionals at it too. I mean we're okay, I would say, but
we're not interior decorators.
I'm not an interior decorator. They're good at it, but
they're really
they
good
are.
at it.
So
yeah.
if you need something like that, we can definitely get you hooked up.
Or if you've already moved out of your house and you have a vacant home, staging a vacant home. Do you have a number on that? How much more that gives you?
Well, it's typically on average it's an investment, right?
It is.
Staging you got to think of as an investment because there's a cost involved, right? So I'm the numbers guy, so I look at it from that perspective. But it'll for an average investment of around 1% of the sale price, typically folks will see a return on that investment of between 5 and 15%. But on average, we feel like probably around 7% is what you find as an increase in the sale price of your home by staging it. And it's I think we've had
good success
with having home staged, and they sell quicker. Yeah. Most folks when they come into a property, the buyers, in fact, 82% of buyers agents say that it helps their clients visualize the property as their home, right? So if you think about that, it's got all the furniture in there. It looks nice. They can get a better feel for like, hey, this is really a homey. It feels good. It feels right. Yeah. Right. It feels.
Gives
like
them also like a visual of the couch size, so like they can kind of put their couch into perspective. Beds, they can put their beds into perspective. Just most people can't visualize with a vacant home where to just put their furniture. Sometimes the layout might be really funky. Open floor plans can get a little, I don't want to say tricky, but it's just where do you put your furniture with so many options in an open floor plan?
Where's the TV going to go?
Yeah.
Can't tell you how many times I've been with clients and they looking around going, where would I put my TV?
Yeah, so just staging helps.
It's true. It just happens that way.
Get them in the mind of being able to put their furniture into place and feel like they're at home.
Yeah, the other thing staging does too is it actually kind of it helps buyers to kind of overlook any
Minor
little
things.
flaws that maybe
Yes.
are there in the house, right? That's something too. And it may be even best of all is that, here everybody starts their home search online, right?
Yes.
And so staging, when a photographer comes in and takes pictures of a staged home, what does it look like? It looks
It's
perfect.
sharp.
Yeah, it looks sharp as heck. And so that engages people online because, hey, man, that really
That
looks
looks
nice.
like a really nice home. They
Right.
took great care of it.
And it piques their interest and it gets them into the house.
Into
And
the
that's
door.
the key thing is we want to drive them into your home. So when people are looking online, a staged house, man, or again, like if Andrea and her team come in from design to sell and it's all dialed up and looking nice, man, the pictures turn out great. People see it online, and then it's like, wow, I got to go see that house.
Exactly.
That's
yeah.
kind of that's the whole purpose.
The whole purpose is to get people into the door.
That's how try to get you ready.
Yeah, yeah. And then one other thing, so I would say most of the houses in St. Louis City and County and St. Charles County have municipal inspections.
Easy for you to say.
Not really. Municipal occupancy inspections. So that's where the county comes on out and they just do really safety look at it, make sure there's no broken glass in the windows, make sure there's smoke detectors, CO2 detectors, proper outlets where there needs to be GFCIs. What else do they look for?
Did you say broken glass? Things
I
of that
did
nature?
say broken
Trip
glass.
hazards.
Trip hazards,
just stuff
fire
like that.
hazards. So, make sure doors to garages are fire rated.
Yeah, fire stopping.
In the
Stuff like
basement.
that in the basement.
Yeah, so that's what the municipal inspection looks for. That's different from the buyer's inspection. But we always recommend, whether it's an occupied home or a vacant home, getting that municipal inspection done before you hit the market.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
because buyers need that to move on in, and if we can say, hey, this home is move in. I can't talk this morning. This home is move in ready. All you got to do is put your furniture in here. Buyers are like, yeah, because most buyers aren't looking for places where they need to come in and do work.
Yeah.
Most
They want it done.
buyers
They want it done.
want it done. They want to move on in. They want to know that they can get the house as soon as possible.
Yeah,
and
that's
so
right.
that municipal inspection just shows them that, hey, you can move on in day after closing.
Right. That's right. Yeah, that's an important piece, I think. And
Yeah. You got to do it at some point in the process,
Right.
90% of the time anyway.
And-
So you
and-
might as well just get it done in the beginning.
Yeah, and we can help you with what areas do require those and what areas don't require those, and
Or even
but
walk
if
through
it's-
and say, hey, maybe you need to do this, or we know for sure you got to work on that. You're going to get called out.
Yeah,
on
we
it.
can get you prepped for it.
Yeah.
If we know you got to have an inspection done, then we can help you at least get the bulk of the prep work done
Yeah.
for that kind of stuff. We've seen hundreds of them. So I mean, it's we're
We can help you out.
pretty
with
good
that.
at noticing most of the stuff that we
Yeah.
can. So anyway, that's definitely a great idea because that's very valuable. So. And then I guess the other, if you take it a step further, if you've been in your house for a long time, and maybe you're not up to code and all that stuff, it might be a really good idea to go ahead and have a pre-sale building inspection done for you.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's going to be basically where you're going to do the same thing that a buyer would do, right? But you're going to do it in advance of putting your house on the market. So you're going to get a building inspector come in there, have them take a really good look at everything, give you a detailed report of any defective items that he might see,
Repair items.
and that'll give you the opportunity to get those done before you get on the market, and even we can use that to market your home, and let every buyer know that, hey, we just had an full inspection done. Here's a copy of the report. Here's what the seller's done to remedy any defects. And now not only do you have a move-in house that's past occupancy, but you've taken an extra step of fixing some things maybe that probably should be addressed anyway.
Yeah.
And now the you got a move-in ready house, and the buyer might not even want to do inspections
Because you just got an
because
inspection
you just
done.
did it.
Yeah.
So really good. I mean, it's a really good idea. We've had not everybody wants to do it because there's some cost involved.
Yeah.
But if you're up for that. We think there's some value there and can definitely make a difference in helping you
in
get
the
home.
marketing of your home. And all
Yeah.
this is just marketing your home, and that's what
Yeah.
we're here to do.
Absolutely.
That's all
100%.
we do. We just market your home, and
We try to get in front of as many buyers as we can
Yeah.
and make it as sharp as we can and take away all those, like we said earlier in the show, people are looking for reasons not to buy your home. So as many of those reasons as we can take away, before we ever start, puts you in
One
puts
foot
you
forward.
way ahead of the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so.
So
Awesome.
if you want to figure out how to get your home ready to sell, give us a call.
You bet, 100%.
Even if you just have questions, maybe it's not this
You don't
year,
even have
maybe
to
it's in 5 years.
Exactly, right.
Give us a call, and if you just have like questions, be like, hey, coming up, or if I want to do some repairs, where's the best bang for my buck? We're always happy to talk those over.
100%. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right.
We'll talk soon, guys.
Have a good one.
Bye.
You've been listening to Getting Real with Real Estate with the Kemp team. Have questions about real estate or something you'd like to discuss? Contact the Kemp team at 314-336-1926 or visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Kemp team. Don't want to miss any episodes? Follow us on your favorite podcast app or YouTube. The Kemp team. Real, honest real estate.